And there it is, SoFi Stadium, the home of the national championship this year in 2023 for the 2022 season. What's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you live on a Saturday call-in style show. I figured maybe that would draw more attention. I don't know, but we'll see if we get people to pop on. Want to look at I almost want to say March Madness. We're not quite there yet, but we got some games, a couple different really big games right now going on. And men's basketball, you got Tennessee 74-33. Xavier trailing Villanova, who is struggling this year, shockingly at 8-7. Probably expected them to be with double-digit wins thus far this season, honestly. You got games like Washington State, Arizona, Syracuse, Virginia coming up. You got a lot to look forward to tonight. Arkansas plays Auburn. Kansas State is 13-1. They're playing a 19th ranked Baylor, who has yet to win a Big 12 game. Kansas State, meanwhile, is 2-0 in the Big 12. It's at Waco, Texas. So home field or home court advantage for Baylor. Gonzaga, 13-3, number 9. They're favored by 9 over Santa Clara. So, a couple different men's games to highlight the evening. We look forward to it. I'm trying to get back into basketball for you guys. We'll get it going as football closes. Speaking of, want to talk the national championship today. I'll go ahead and I'll drop the StreamYard link. We want to do call-in style, so we'll take it one at a time. But very interesting comments this week from Kirby Smart and Sonny Dykes, of course, the TCU head coach and the Georgia head coach. Very interesting comments this week from them as they landed in Los Angeles. So Kirby went on to talk about the comments of or his comments were based on the journey that it has taken for the Dawgs to get to where they are, being back in the national championship. And he had this to say.
The journey is what we do this for, and we've come a long way since this time last year. Who we were and who we are now, it couldn't be further from the same team. Just very different mental makeup, very different physical makeup, very different path to get here. But the journey is what it's about, and these guys have done everything we've asked. I've just been so pleased with the mental makeup and the character of this team.
And then Sonny Dykes just excited to be in LA at the moment and ready to just take on the opportunity. I think that for Georgia, they were excited to be in a national title game in 2017. But after that, they knew they could make it, and then they won it last year. They want to prove that they can win it again. I think for Sonny Dykes, they want to prove they can win it, but I think they're just happy for the opportunity to be in a national championship, for TCU. I think the opportunity is really where it stands out the most for them. But Sonny Dykes had this to say this morning. Actually, I think maybe it was yesterday, but this is what he had to say.
Our team and our players. So we're excited. It's been quite a journey to get here. Our guys are well prepared. We've had a good week of practice. Had a really nice practice this morning as well. So we feel like a lot of the heavy lifting's done to get us ready to go play. We'll do a walkthrough tomorrow, run through before the game. A lot of preparation still to go, but our guys are fired up to be here, excited, and looking forward to playing against a really good Georgia team.
And that was Coach Sonny Dykes of TCU. This game kicks off at 6:30 Central. It'll be actually will it be 4:30 in the afternoon when it kicks off in California? 4:30 in the afternoon for a championship game. That's crazy, man. Heck, it could still be light out for all we know when they're lifting up the trophy. But no, it'll be a 7:30 kickoff Eastern time. Georgia 14-0, looking to go back to back and win 15 games for the first time in school history. TCU looking to be the first Big 12 team to win the CFP. They're looking for their first title in nearly a century. And I think TCU could be upset. Now, I got Georgia winning, but it wouldn't surprise. Nothing should surprise us about this game. If Georgia just walks in there and blows them out, if TCU can make it competitive, if TCU could even pull an upset, I don't think it surprises us because that's what that's what championship games are made of, are underdogs, favorites, Cinderella type teams like a TCU. I think that's what it's built on. I think that's what, it's all about is it's all about the story, how you got there, who you are. And TCU, man, let me double check, by the way, what they went last year. Is this like the biggest turnaround since LSU a couple years ago? Hold on. Want to view 2021 TCU. We know what Georgia did, 14-1, national champs. So they actually didn't even make a bowl game. Max Duggan was the starter for most of the season. It's just incredible. Let me tell you what TCU went last year. They did not go bowling. They went 5-7, just below 500. Max Duggan in his last game against Iowa State last year, 216 yards though. Running back, when you look at Mari DiMercato, had only 65 rushing yards. You had Darius Davis. You have Quentin Johnson stepping up this year for TCU. But you really, it's a comeback story for TCU. It's an underdog. It's a Cinderella. It's whatever. Fill in the blank. Whatever you want to say, however you want to put it, that's what it is for TCU. I'm not here to say they're going to finish it off right. Honestly, I picked Georgia to win. I hope I'm wrong because I would love. Even Georgia fans got to admit. Would it not be cool to see TCU climb that top of the mountain? I think it'd be a great story. Be a 30 for 30. It'd be on, ESPN somewhere down the road. It's a Hollywood script almost. What's up, AIP dog? Hope TCU beats UGA in the national title and pulls it off for the win. Yeah, maybe. Just maybe. Nobody's live, so I don't understand why. Let's see. We got to get some people on here. I know at 5 o'clock Central, Mark Rogers is going to be live for a call-in show with the national championship talk. So, but if you guys want to come on here, you can. We'll take it like calls. I dropped the StreamYard link. You can use that. Just click the StreamYard link, put your name, and we'll get you on. You can talk whatever you want to. If you want to talk about this game, if you want to talk college basketball, if you want to talk baseball, even. I'm fine with baseball. We got to get baseball started back up on this channel. We'll get our league previews out soon. Yes, I do care about the NFL. Actually, I know a lot of people don't. I I really, not that I'm blinded to it, but the political side of it, I just try to put it on the shelf and not care. I seriously, I don't give two rips and a holler about the political side. All right, let's take our first call. It's call in style. So once you're done talking, I'll drop you. But AIP dog,
How's
what's
it
going on?
going? How's it going, Ballard?
Good. What you want to talk about?
Oh, uh, whatever you want to talk about, really. I kind of want to talk about the national championship game here. So,
Let's do it.
um, yeah. So first of all, speaking of the national championship game, to be honest, I want TCU to win. I've said that so many times, but at the same time, I picked Georgia to win this game just because Georgia is a little bit more physical with their talent and everything, and they always find ways to win, even though they struggle a lot. I mean, if you look at Georgia's full schedule, you can tell that they almost lost some games, but they always find a way to pull it off. Along with like TCU gets behind and they come back and win games, and they only got one loss in the Big 12 title, which was Kansas State. But
Right.
if you look at those teams, both of them always find ways to pull it off in their games. So
Yeah, they do actually. And when you look at it, you had two really close semifinals, which I thought was great because
yes,
we had a lot of blowouts.
I mean
Um,
I love this year's playoff games because they were a lot more competitive than most years. So because
yeah,
if you looked at most years in playoffs, they have been blowouts, and these games were not blowouts in the playoffs. So
well, I'll
I
tell you
would give
what,
those playoff games an A+ in my opinion, because
you
I
have
mean,
to. You have to. And I think what they showed too, if you want to dive a little deeper, I think the Peach Bowl between Georgia and Ohio
yeah,
State, you could say, let's talk about the winners. Forget the losers for a second. The Big 12 lost, or the Big 10 lost.
yeah,
Um, from Georgia's standpoint, I think it showed that they do have a weakness in
yeah,
this season of college football, and they can be beat. I think Ohio State showed that. I think if you put a high paced, highly elite offense on the field,
yeah,
you can take them out. And then I think from the Michigan TCU standpoint, it showed that TCU, once again, what it's shown all year, it can handle the pressure of a close game, and even if they're down. Even though they weren't down too much in this game, but
yeah,
uh, they were down a little bit.
yeah, yeah. I kind of agree what you said here about those two teams, but what I'm trying to say is that I'm just trying to say is that they both find ways to win games. That's what I'm basically
Right.
trying to say. So, um, Ballard, do you care about the NFL? I forgot if you do or not. Do you care about watching NFL?
Absolutely. I'm a Bucks fan, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
So are you like a fan of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or?
Yeah. Well, I grew up around the Tampa area, so I kind of pull for a little bit of a home team type of thing.
That's cool. I asked because I never seen you make so much videos about NFL too much. Like,
Yeah, you gotta understand, man. I'm not one that could keep up with it all. I try to. I'm working to be the sports journalist, but I
yeah,
think I'm more on the college football side of things. Just gonna be honest, and that's what this
yeah,
community is, and
yeah,
we're a
yeah.
college
I
football
mean,
community.
I understand. I'm not trying to judge you or anything, but
No, no, no. I got you.
um, I'm just saying. For me, I used to be a big NFL fan, but I kind I kind of just quit being an NFL fan just because I feel like NFL is not more fun and exciting like college is. You know how with college games you see a lot more exciting and fast competitive games in college than you do in NFL because I mean if of college games you see a lot of upsets and you see a lot of college fans run down the field and celebrate and all that. And with
Yeah,
NFL on the other hand, you don't see that. You don't see fans run down the field in the NFL like you do in college. So it's kind of like that's kind of why I'm more of just a college fan. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. No, I fully understand you. I am more of a college fan, and I think it's great because you got players in college coming out of high school
yeah,
and they're looking like they're ready for the NFL. Whereas the NFL, I mean, you got guys that look like they can play the game, but at the same
yeah,
time, you got a bunch of old guys that can kind of be washed up.
yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, it's not as exciting. And, you know, when you watch the NFL, you've seen that guy before, and it's like, okay, now do something terrific or something like that. But when you watch college, you haven't seen these guys before, and they just blow you away.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I kind of get what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like for me, it's just for me. I feel like the NFL is a little bit more boring just because NFL can be sometimes a little bit fun and competitive, but a lot of times the NFL games can be more slow and more let's see what's the word scoreless games. Like there's a lot more um there's I'm just saying there's a lot more like you know scoreless games in the NFL than there is in college. I mean, sure. I mean, there could be some low scoring games in college, but I'm just saying there's also a lot of low scoring games in the NFL, and so I
Yeah.
don't like it when games are like so low, super low scoring because that's
You
just
like all the offense.
yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, you got anything else, man? Or
Um, let's see. Um, sorry, I'm still trying to think here, but
it's fine.
um. Have you heard of what happened to Damar Hamlin, the Buffalo Bills wide receiver or something? Have you heard of have you heard of what happened to him?
I've heard the whole story, and we're definitely keeping an eye on all the updates. He
Because
took a
I felt so bad for him though. Like it's just heartbreaking to see, like somebody get
yeah.
somebody get hurt like that. It's just
He was able to, believe it or not, he is breathing. He's still critical, according to Elena Getzenberg on ESPN, who writes for the Buffalo Bills.
yeah,
Teammates on a Zoom call Friday during the Bills team meeting. And he's making a lot of progress, but he's still in critical condition.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he's doing a little bit. I'm glad he's doing okay, but I just hope he gets better and doesn't like I just hope he doesn't like pass out or anything. I just hope nothing bad happens to him. So
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming on, buddy. We're gonna keep
yeah,
it rolling.
yeah.
So
So
what were you saying? Oh, he's gone. Sorry. Yeah, he brought up DeMar Hamlin. Our thoughts and prayers are still with him. He's still recovering. He in critical condition, but um but progress. Look, I say it all the time: progress over perfection. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be 100%. It doesn't have to be that way. You want to get there, but it takes progress. It takes time. It takes effort. Hard work and everything. And I'm sure the doctors have been working very hard on DeMar Hamlin, everything they can to make sure he's in a good situation. And apparently, he's talking now, according to Sports Center and a couple different like analysts. His breathing tube was actually removed, and he's able to breathe on his own. He's able to talk on his own. This was all put out by Elena Getzenberg of ESPN at 1:33 Central Time this afternoon. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, P-Dog, I appreciate it. We got 4 people actually watching on YouTube. If you want to be a part of the show, you don't have to be on camera like I am. We just need your audio. There's a link in the chat. If you click on that and then put your name or whatever you want to show up on the screen, we'll get you on here. We're doing a call-in style show. We'd like to do more of these and keep growing Ballard Sports Media. So we normally talk all college football, but at the same time, like, we allow whatever you want to talk about in sports. So of course, national championship on Monday. We will not be live because I work up until the start of the game, and then I'm going to leave work, and then I'm going to come home. When I get home, I'm turning the TV on. I just want to relax that night and just watch the game and see what happens. And look, it'll be a good game. I got to call last year's championship game, and I'm going to be honest. My reaction to the Keely Ringo pick six, third and Ringo, as the Georgia fans call it, I was doing so good on that. Well, no, I wasn't. I was doing a fan reaction. I was cheering every time Alabama scored, and anytime they did something wrong, I just was like on them. The fan came out of me. So care about watching boxing or wrestling? Yeah, man. I love watching WWE. I know we don't talk about it on here, but I watch WWE. Kind of go back and watch SmackDown and Raw. And as far as boxing, that's all pay-per-view stuff. I would love, man. I'd love to get into some boxing. That would be cool. I don't watch it though because it's always on pay-per-view. So it's crazy, man. In fact, did I record? I normally record it. I might go back later tonight and just watch watched last night's SmackDown, or as Mr. Pat McAfee will put it, SmackDown. DAHN. Don. I did see the Vince McMahon recently unretired of WWE. He retired a few months back over the summer, and he says he's going to return to fully capitalize on the company's upcoming media rights negotiations. What's up, Lizard Circus? Howdy, howdy. It's good to see you, man. I hope you and Neo are doing great. Why is Hulu? I wanted to check something. Anyway, we'll give it a few more minutes, and if no one wants to get on, I guess we'll probably call it an early show, a quit, and I don't know. I don't know if I need to just promote these more or I'm ready for baseball season 2, Cody. It's good to see you, sir. Roll Tide. What's up, Nate the Great? Let's see. I want to log in. I'm trying to set up. Hulu's just acting up, man. I don't know. To be honest, I want both teams to lose because they beat Michigan in the playoffs. Trust me. I've been there before. I wanted both Ohio State and Georgia to lose that game. Like, if they could have both lost the game, if possible, that would have been so amazing. There we go. Hulu's working now. Yeah, Bill O'Brien and Pete Golding do need to go. I've heard. I was talking last night on Touchdown Alabama. I called into In My Own Words with Stephen Smith, and we were talking. We weren't talking the defensive side, but we were talking the offensive side. And some of the names that came up: Dan Mullen, Garrett Riley, who's at TCU now, and there's a lot of names thrown out there that Alabama could go after for the offensive coordinator. And I've said it too. Look, I don't really believe we need to fire Pete. Like, we've said that before. I don't think our defense did all that bad. Like, we were limited on penalties or whatever. We lost 2 games to 2 elite offenses in Tennessee and LSU. Joe Brady comes up as an offensive coordinator choice. Stop it, Nate. Stop it. You stop that. Nobody wants Scott Frost. Oh, there we go. All right, next caller is Nate the Great. We'll give him a few minutes to talk about whatever he wants to. What's up, buddy?
What's up? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. So far I like the Colin show so far, pal. Are you doing good?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I want to take Feinbaum's chair someday and do it better, which isn't hard. But I
Yeah.
mean, look, listen, Paul Feinbaum inspired me, and I don't know. Instead of all these hangouts, I want to start up something new, which it's not new in general, but like new to me. So why not try to take calls?
Yeah. I mean, nothing wrong with the hangouts. You can do that separate time, but yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Um, but yeah. So what I heard or read an article, or whatever. Harbaugh says again. Uh, uh, an article. I'm he said something about coming back to Michigan, but he did the same thing as last year, where he teased us he's coming to Michigan, but he's flirting with the NFL. I mean, I'm
Who
getting freaking tired of it. As a
who
fan,
is it you said?
Harbaugh.
Oh, of him, whether he's leaving or not.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired still. It's getting annoying every year. Well, I wouldn't say every year, but like now it's getting to the point it's gonna be every year. Probably I don't know. Um, leave or stay home.
Right.
I'm not one of those people that says, "Oh, I think he's gonna stay," and he's gonna no. He is basically trolling us right now. He's not. I don't know. I love the guy, but you gotta decide. Okay, you gotta decide what either you're coming to Michigan or the NFL. So
Right.
it's
And so let me ask you, if he does make a decision to leave, even though he's in a good position at Michigan, you support that though, right? You just hope the next guy can do just as good, if not better, which I'm going to be honest. I don't know if there's anybody out there you could get that could live up to what Harbaugh's done.
that is true. But I was thinking Sean Payton, but he's probably retired right now. So
Well, he is retired. The question is, can you get him out of retirement?
that is true. That's why the Sean Payton's tricky. But I don't know what type of scheme offense he runs because you are used to him or uh, been used to him because your team been playing him all these years, Buccaneers. What if we somehow Michigan athletic director gets a hold of Sean Payton? What I'm asking, what offense do you think he runs? Because I don't know.
Well, I mean, there was. I'm going to be honest, off the top of my head, I'm not really sure what he would run. Um,
Or what did it look like?
well, you had a running quarterback in Taysom Hill. You had, I mean, I know for a long time you had Drew Brees.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, let's see. And it's interesting because
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm at a
I
loss because I'm going to be honest. I don't pay much attention to the
I know.
Saints and what they run.
I know,
So
but
I
because
can't
you're
help
right,
you out there. I don't know what you're getting out of Sean. I mean, I know what you're getting, but I don't know what you're getting. Like, I know you're going to get a guy that knows
yeah.
football and knows offense, but
Yes.
I'm not at the level where I can tell you exactly what he likes
Yeah,
to.
I know, but maybe you get there one day. But I have faith they will. But I think he runs a run option. I think, like you said, like Taysom Hill for running quarterback, and he could. I don't know. Is a run option a good scheme so far this period of time college football, or not really?
Not in college. I mean, it's very rare to see it, and when I have seen it from certain teams,
It's not that good.
um, well, it's worked, but I don't think it fits what people are what coaches are getting out of players in recruiting. Like
That is true. Yeah.
when you look at recruiting,
Yeah.
you're like look at Bryce Young, look
Mhm.
at CJ Stroud, look at all these different like it's a quarterback and it's wide receiver led, which means you got to be high on the passing game.
So it's kind of like a I want to say area because that's basic passing, but a run and shoot basically, kind of. I don't know. I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think Michigan will be fine if, hopefully fine, if they did uh, uh, not demote. What
Oh, I knew it. It
what?
was so here we go. It was Sean Payton was under Bill Walsh, who
Oh,
was a big popular coach. And it was always like a West Coast type of offense.
West Coast.
Um, yeah. Are you familiar with it?
Yeah, because Bill, not Bill O'Brien, but like Bill Callahan. Remember him from trying to coach at Nebraska once?
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah,
Yeah. But for those
he,
unfamiliar, oh, go ahead
he,
and finish.
he tried to do that in Nebraska, didn't really do that well, and that's why I'm afraid of Michigan if they do a West Coast, and I don't think that'll end well. So,
Yeah, and in case anyone's wondering and trying to learn football, West Coast is basically like when you see a play across the middle where a receiver is going to go up and like do a little slant.
yeah, that's
Uh,
basically it.
it's not. It's not really.
A deep route scheme.
Yeah, no, it's not air raid like Mike Leach. It's not option. It's basic. It's
Yeah,
basic passing over the middle. It's run game up the middle, or kind of stretch out the run a little bit. He's going to go left or right. Um, there's a lot that goes into it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, if I were, I'm not going to be a coach, probably not soon enough. But if I were a coach of Michigan, which is would be nice. But what I'm trying to say is that if I were a coach at Michigan, I would like um, keep the offensive coordinators, but name one offensive coordinator, not the co-ed stuff coordinators. Like you know how Cheryl Monroe or something like that is offensive
Mhm.
line or offensive coordinator co-ed with Matt Weiss or what? Matt Weiss, I don't know.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm. If I were the coach, I would probably choose the one that actually did the best performance from this last season. I think that was Sharon Monroe probably.
Yeah. Now, is there any? Do you still have Josh Gaddis?
No, he left because he Pablo flew with the NFL, but Josh Guys went to Miami. So
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
actually, I
Uh,
kind of liked him actually with Michigan.
I was gonna say, but I forgot that he went to Miami under Mario Cristobal. I was
Yeah,
gonna say you hire from within if Harbaugh was
yeah,
to leave, but y'all, your coaching staff is so young, so hiring
yeah.
from within is kind of not the go to route.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Harson's available if you want.
I'm good. He's probably worse than Scott Frost, but no.
Oh man, tell me about it. Well,
Actually, he
Oh,
might be better. I don't know.
he might be worse. He might.
Yeah.
They
But yeah,
football coaches.
if I had to pick a coach for Michigan, probably to replace Harbaugh if he leaves, probably what coach are available? I don't know. Because most of the ideal ones are gone, like Luke Fickle and whatever. I forgot about Paul Christ, the former Wisconsin head coach.
Paul Chris, yeah, because Luke Fickle's over there now. Paul Chris did okay. It just was so lopsided and inconsistent. I think he did good on offensive line help and
Yeah.
defense. I don't know about an offense, though, too much. He didn't have too much
Yeah.
of that. There was an emphasis on it.
Yeah. To be honest, I probably approve the spot for Jesse Minter because he did a phenomenal job of defensive part of the game for Michigan, and he came from Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
And I
What a
thought we were going to
disgraceful
be.
program they are.
I actually thought we were going to have a bad defense here, but no, I was wrong. I don't know why I doubted them. I shouldn't, because I'm a Michigan man.
Right.
I think, yeah, if I think Minter could be a head coach in the future. But if I had to pick now, probably Jesse Minter for Michigan, if Harbaugh.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. Well, Nate, tell you what, I got someone else in the back room. We're doing this one at a time today, but I appreciate you coming on, man.
All right. See ya. And TCU beat Georgia, please.
Yes, that's what we love to hear. That's what we love to hear. Speaking of Georgia, what's up, Will?
How you doing, Ballard?
Good. How you doing?
I'm great, man. I'm excited for Monday.
You nervous at all? I mean, TCU's kind of on a mission.
I am nervous. I mean, I think they're going to come out playing hard. I mean, I'm not down them at all. People are all saying, "Oh, Georgia's going to beat them easily." Don't say that. That's going to mess us up.
Right.
I don't like that. I don't want
That's
Georgia fans to say that.
That's what Nick Saban puts out there, or says the media puts out as rat poison.
Yeah.
No rat poison this week for the Dogs.
No rat poison. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. I don't see it being high scoring. I think it's going to be two pretty good defenses going at it. I think it's going to be. I said like Georgia would win like. I didn't predict this, but I think Georgia's going to win like 35-28. It's going to be a close one.
Okay. So 35-28. And that's another thing too. You mentioned the defenses. What TCU has done this year on defense, we don't, and you know, you got to give Chad Glasgow. I'm trying not to butcher his name. The defensive coordinator, you know, or Joe Gillespie. You know, I got it mixed up because Chad Glasgow was there for a little bit. But
Gillespie, yeah.
Yeah, Joe Gillespie. Got to give him credit for what he's run, what he's been able to do. And when you do look at this game upcoming, it's not going to be a tall task because your offense with Stetson Bennett has looked pretty good.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not perfect, though. If they get behind and they get in a position where, like, I'm trying to think, if they get in one of those situations where, you know, it's time to huddle up and get it together. Do you trust Stetson Bennett with that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's going to be it's going to be like in those situations we got to rely on defense a lot because if our defense can lock down, that's good for us.
Right. And I said this in my preview video too. I said TCU's defense looks good, but if you let me pull this up for you. if you look at it on paper, it looks good on its own. What makes it look so bad is how good Georgia is compared to TCU. Because look at this. Like, okay, let's look at this alone.
Holy shit.
For an offense today to allow less than 400 yards, you got to take it. 100 and less than 150 rushing yards allowed for TCU on average. Less than 150, I'll take it. But you compare that to 77 for Georgia,
Jeez.
it makes TCU look like crap.
Yeah.
It really
That,
does.
that's where like, you know, they might. I don't think they really have, because we got really good running backs. We got a good running back core, and I mean, McIntosh, Milton, Edwards, Robinson. You know, I mean, these guys are like really good, and if TCU can't shut them down, our offense is going to look pretty good.
Yeah, it will. And another thing too, you did not play, you really didn't play much of a game at all against Ohio State on defense, but
No.
you have to play a 4-quarter game against TCU because they have been known for comebacks in a lot of games this year.
Yeah.
And they've won the close games. They beat Baylor 29-28. They beat Texas 17-10. You go back last week to Michigan 51. Yeah,
52.
51-45.
50,
You
yeah.
go back and look at those games. TCU has won close. They have a factor where they can go win a close game against anybody.
Yeah. I mean, just saying, we are 4-0 lifetime against TCU, but I mean, back in 2017, after that was Kirby Smart's first year, TCU was not that good of a team back then, and neither were we. And now look at us now. So a lot's changed. So you don't really know what to expect from this game, really.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
here's what I don't think will happen at the beginning. Unlike last year's Natty, I don't think it's going to be field goal after field goal. I think we're going to see more touchdowns.
Yeah, what was it at halftime? 9-6?
9-6 Alabama. Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. No, I think it could go back and forth with some touchdowns. It won't be what it's not going to be. It's not going to be like the old school Bama LSU where it was 9-6 at the final. It's not going to be that Rose Bowl from 2017. It's going to meet right in the middle, and it could be 38-34 or something like that. Let me actually go back and pull up what let me see. So I'll tell you what I had. I do have Georgia winning it.
Yeah.
I have, let me see. I have 42-30, honestly, by 12 points. But
That's not
here's what I get. I really think that Georgia's going to have that kind of mentality that they want to go lay it out there. I mean, they beat Alabama by 15 points
15.
last year. I got them winning by 12 here. They returned a lot, not on defense, but a lot on offense. And I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if it's a touchdown game. I think it would surprise the media because the media's high on Georgia.
Yeah.
But realistically, this game could go either way in either team's favor. And it could be whatever score they want it to be. It depends on how these teams play.
Honestly, I think what our defense, they usually come in clutch at the right moment, like, you know, the drive before our go-ahead touchdown drive. They came in pretty clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the field goal drive, the missed field goal drive, that one they kind of let off the gas a little bit. So they need to make sure they're staying focused and they're ready for the big situations, like, you know, go-ahead touchdown drive. They got to be ready.
Now, are you buying the 12.5 that's on ESPN for Georgia?
No, I don't believe that really. I
See,
really
I got them winning by 12, not 12.5 points. So they don't exactly cover, but I still have a feeling that Georgia, because of Kirby Smart and how he coaches this team, I don't know, man. I just think y'all will be prepared.
we will, but and then the over/under says 63. I'm not buying that either. 63. Oh wait, that actually would be 63. 35-28. That actually would be 63. That'd be right on it actually if it was 35-28.
Yeah. I
Wow.
think more so, honest. Okay, you have a score that's right on it, but are you taking the over or are you going under 63?
Honestly, I'd take the under. I don't
Hmm.
really expect national championships to be high scoring. I mean, yeah, you had the Bama LSU game. I mean, Bama was just such a good team. I mean, but you get these other national championships that aren't very high scoring games. They're like close games, like last year's game,
Yeah.
not 2019 LSU. Not Clemson 2018, Alabama, Georgia 2017, Clemson, Alabama 2016, Clemson, Alabama 2015. You have those close national championships. I think we're going to have another one this year.
Okay. That's what I think so great about this game though, is because there's a lot of people out there making these picks. Number one. And number two, you just don't know because you don't know what Georgia you're going to get.
Well,
And you don't know if how TCU is going to play. Are they going to play like they did against Michigan and throw the ball all over the place and have a good running game? Um, I mean, you just don't know if this is going to be an old school defense or if it's going to live up to the times we're in college football with offense.
yeah, I think I did mean that apocalypse. So I think I meant Bama OSU, not Bama LSU. That
Oh,
was another.
the 52-24, yeah.
Yeah. Well, LSU, Bama LSU. That was a close. I mean, not close, but I mean, like, it was kind of unexpected to just have a shutout, and I mean, they were good teams, but you don't know what you're gonna see. Anything could happen. What I would like to see is I'd like to see a strong start on offense, like the game against LSU, where we had
Yeah.
like a 35-point first half. We tied Alabama for the record first half points in the SEC championship. That was set in 2020, and
Yeah.
I'd like to start off like that. We got to get off to a strong start, and then second half is where the defense has to come in very big, very big.
Yeah. Well, I
That's
mean,
how I view it.
it all has to play out for 4 quarters, obviously, from a coaching standpoint. But I get what you're saying, though, because that's where TCU is built is on the second half, right?
Yeah.
Even if they do good the first half, they can like they did against Michigan. They were up in the first half. They pulled away. See, that's the thing is TCU gets going, they're not going to get stopped, or it's hard to stop them at least.
But I do think Georgia could have the potential to like slow them down. That's how I view it. I mean, if it's not Michigan, then I think it's going to be Georgia. If Alabama was in this natty, I take Alabama winning. I think Alabama and Georgia could do good. Both of them could do good against TCU. That's how I view it. That's really what I think.
Yeah. See, I don't know if we win it this year. We'll run as ROC.
I don't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Slow
You think
your
you think
roll.
you think he's going? You guys were good on offense against Kansas State.
We look good, but overall, man, we just need that someone that knows what to do with the talent that's there. I mean,
You don't
we're
want the
gonna
Jets
take
offensive coordinator.
what's that?
You don't want the Jets offensive coordinator. That's one thing. You don't want Mike LaFleur. He sucks. Or Nathaniel Hackett. You don't want him either.
I don't know who we're gonna get,
Are you?
and
Do you
quite
think? Do you
honestly,
think?
there hasn't been. There
Do
hasn't
you
been a
think?
decision made on if these guys are going to return or not.
Do you think he'll? Do you think he can? He can get fired this year or no?
I mean, if Nick Saban catches up to us, he could be gone.
I'd say he could probably go. But yeah, I'm straight up excited for this game. I do not know what to expect, but it's gonna be a good game, just like last year's game.
That's for sure, man.
Yeah. Is that somebody in the background?
In the back room, no, man.
Nobody.
It's just you and me right now. Do you have anything else?
There's also men's hoops mania in the chat on title.
Yeah, you've been keeping up with basketball a little bit. I know it's
Yeah,
hard during the football season.
it
It's hard
is.
for me.
Right now Georgia's looking pretty. We lost to Florida today, but we just upset number 22 Auburn on Thursday. I think it was awesome. I mean
I
that was
saw
just
that. Yeah,
that was great. I mean, oh man, that's a way to start off your SEC play and a win over Auburn.
we just blew out Kentucky today, 78-52.
What is wrong with Kentucky? They are just not that. They're not that supreme basketball team anymore.
I don't. They still got Calipari.
I think, yeah, they do. They got him.
Good. I mean, they're young. They recruit though. I mean, I don't. They're 10-5 first off, but they're not ranked. They're 1-2 in conference play. They're 10th in the conference. Their losses are to number 7 Alabama, number 16 UCLA, number 2 Gonzaga, and an unranked Michigan State.
Hmm.
They also lost to Missouri, who's unranked. I forgot to mention that 5th loss.
Missouri's
yeah,
a pretty good.
They're awful, man. They just
Missouri
for Kentucky standard, like there's teams that would kill to have a 10-5 record right now, but they're for Kentucky standards, they just are awful.
Yeah. You know who else is not? This is not SEC, but another team that's really fallen apart is Duke.
Well, what do you expect? I mean, when Coach K retired, I mean, did we really expect them to stay up?
I don't think John Shire. I think they're not used to having somebody like Shire. I mean, he's been an assistant coach for years, but it's a whole different team. They got blown the hell out by NC State. I mean, holy mackerel.
Yeah. I'll tell you a team I'm keeping an eye on is Miami, who's 13-1.
Miami, oh yeah, the upset. They upset Virginia, and then Georgia Tech upsets them.
Or 13-2. That's right. Yeah. So they've beaten teams like Notre Dame. They got Virginia. They got Louisville. They got, I mean, not a whole lot of quality wins, but a lot of wins. They got Boston College coming up in a few days, and NC State, Syracuse, Duke. Duke and Florida State are powerhouses in basketball. Keep an eye on those games for Miami. Miami could be a wild card for the ACC. I mean, they're third in the standings, but
sorry about that. Yeah, it's a whole. They're whole new different teams right now. It's I don't know what's up with Duke. They got to get something started. Vanderbilt and Missouri had a good game today. 3-point difference. Wow.
oh yeah,
Good game. Just like their football game too. That was a good one too. Yeah, but Georgia lost by 7 to Florida. It's not too bad. I mean, it's in Florida, so
what
you know
channel is it on? And I'll tell you if I'm watching that game.
it was
Tennessee
on.
Titans and Jags.
Oh, that's oh yeah, I think that's NFL Network.
Yeah, we have it. I'll watch it.
The Raiders are getting blown out right now.
Are they?
Oh yeah, 24 to Wait, what the heck? Oh my goodness. Duke beat Boston College by 1 today. Wow. They can barely beat Boston College. Something is wrong with that team.
This is the final week, by the way, for the NFL before the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah, it is the final week.
Are the Are the Titans out?
If they lose to Jacksonville, they're out, pretty much.
Damn it, Henry.
More like, damn it, Tannehill.
Well, yeah, but that's Derrick Henry. Listen, there are only so few teams. In fact, this might be the only team in the NFL where it's not about the quarterback, it's about that running back. That boy's strong. They have
Derrick,
lost 6 straight games.
the Jaguars have won like a lot. They're on like a winning streak right now. Beat the Jets
4 in a
along the
row.
way. Yeah, they
4
beat
in
the
a
Jets along the way.
Sorry, your team's eliminated too. Jets did okay though. I mean, for the Jets, they did okay.
I mean, it's been a roller coaster of a season, really.
Yeah.
They got this new helmet. They wore it 3 times this season. Two of the times they embarrassed themselves while wearing this helmet against New England and Jacksonville. Nice job, but yeah, it was not what I expected. I said we'd only win like 5 or 6 games. We won 7 games. Maybe we'll win 8. We'll see if we can win. We got old man Joe Flacco playing tomorrow.
No. Oh. Gosh, that hurts me hearing that.
Well, you're a Buccaneers fan. He didn't play for you.
No, I know, but he's Joe Flacco.
Oh, he's a different guy now. I don't know if he's coming back to the Jets. Our head coach said he might, but I don't know. I could care less right now. I just want to get to the off season.
Hey, I got you, man. Well,
Hey,
you got anything else, or because I think I'm probably going to end the stream.
Yeah, unless anybody else is coming on. No, I'm just excited for this game. If we lose, this avatar will be taken down from my YouTube channel, and I'll probably go back to like, I don't know, a picture of Uga or something. I will not have this avatar if we lose. I'll have a new one if we win.
Yeah.
So that's what I had to say. But yeah, best of luck to TCU, and well, you take care, Ballard.
Thanks, Will.
Of course.
Yep. All right. I'm going to get out of here, guys. We had a couple of people come on. We had Nate and Will. That's good. I want to do some more of these call-in type shows. We want to grow the channel and the Ballard Sports Media community and everything. So share this out. Tell people about the channel. Keep growing it. Share it out on social media. I do all the time. Doesn't cost you anything. It's free to do. You know what to do. Please like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. And until next time, Ballard Sports Media. Check it out. I love it.